Hello and welcome to One Cricket Live. Well, that has been an eventful day of cricket for India. India has bundled up in like half a session, and I believe that was an unwanted. Joining me from Indore is Sandeepan Banerjee. Welcome to the show, Sandeepan sir. How are you?
Yes, Gargi, I'm good, but I don't think I'm afraid it's not the great, not a great day for Indian cricket fans. Uh, we are running behind the eight ball in this Test match.
Right. And let's talk about the pitch. I mean, काफी interesting रही है जिस तरीके से the Indian batting has bundled up. We were all expecting a turning track. ये तो that wasn't a surprise. But did you think India would be served the pitch like that?
Look, Gargi, you have played a lot of cricket, and you know that you need to respect the conditions. So
Yes.
what I personally believe, the Indian batters did not give enough respect to the conditions early in the day. Uh, I think the pitch was not settled a little bit. There's some looseness at the top at the in the morning, and the Australians used those conditions. But again, I will probably blame the Indian batters. They should have respected the conditions. They have played enough cricket on these kind of pitches, or some of them have grown up playing on these kind of pitches. So they know that exactly what happens on this kind of pitches. Because if you play out the first session, then it generally eases out, right? Like we have seen in the second and third session of the Australian innings. So probably India, they would have. I would have liked more application from the Indian batters early in the morning.
Yes, of course, and you don't expect Indian batters to play that way because, like you said, they should be used to these conditions. It's not like
Yeah,
they're playing away from the, they've grown up here in India. It is the Indian conditions, and they should know how to, tackle these conditions if the ball is
yes,
staying low or, spinning too much. India is known for spin, so I believe Indian batters should be the strongest against spin, but that was
absolutely.
proved otherwise today. And of course, Indian top orders struggles against a left arm spinner continues, especially on a pitch like this. What do you have to say about that?
Look, I think Konaman obviously bowled exceptionally, and most importantly, he did not try to do too many things. He was just bowling at the right channel. He was patient, and he just let the pitch do the tricks instead of trying a lot of things. Like we have seen from the Indian bowlers, the Indian bowlers they have tried a lot of things. So sometimes you have seen that Ashwin he was giving away singles, and they are not allowing one batter to face maybe 4 or 5 deliveries. So I think that Australian bowlers were more disciplined.
Right. And I mean, काफी interesting था देखने के लिए कि when you serve when you've been served the pitch like this, there is an opportunity for the spinners to capitalize on this. But somehow the Indian spinners could not do that, whereas the Australian spinners came in, bundled up the team in half a session. Why do you think that happened? Like, why couldn't the Indian spinners, capitalize?
I think when you are bowled out for 109, when you are bowled out for 109, then the desperation creep in Indian camp. We have seen the field position also. They are trying to defend with the new ball. They are not attacking enough. There are no silly point or sort of forward shot like while Ashwin was bowling with the new ball. So that shows that how desperate these are, and of course the DRS falls. I mean, those are like schoolboy kind of error that India have made. Now they are without any other review left. So I think that it is because of the desperation. But thankfully, towards the end, Jadeja removed both the set batsmen, and I think that has brought India back, especially the wicket of Smith. I think that has somehow brought India back in the game. But still, Australia like 47 ahead with 6 wickets in hand. Any lead of three-figure lead will be significant on that pitch. So tomorrow morning session is going to be crucial. I think it will probably decide the Test match.
Right. How come to that? That Australia is 156 for 4. They have 6 wickets in hand. They've already gone past the 150 mark. Can they win this test match?
Yes, so the thing is, India need to, that's what I have said at the start. That Indians are chasing the eighth ball at this point. They are behind the game. It is their prerogative now that they need to make things happen. So they have to bowl Australia out as early as possible, probably before a 100-run lead, and then put up a probably solid batting performance in the second innings, because Australians have to bat fourth on that pitch, and that won't be easy. So if somehow India can manage to give them a score target of around maybe 200 or 170, 180, then we'll have a game on our hands.
And if India manages to lose this one, or let's say it the other way, if Australia manages to win this one, how would that affect the WTC finals standings at this
Of
point?
course, of course. So basically, if Australia managed to win this one, then they will qualify. They will confirm their place in the WTC final. Then India have to either win or draw the Ahmedabad test match. If they win, they will qualify. If they draw, then they have to hope that New Zealand will beat Sri Lanka 2-0. So this kind of, so basically India would like to, like their fate in their own hand. So they need just one more victory out of these two test matches. So that is a simple equation for them.
Right, sounds like a do or die situation for India right now. And how about Usman Khwaja? As of now, he looks really good, and I believe he's the only batter for Australia that looks solid as of now. In the past, also in the past
Absolutely.
in this series, in the past matches, he's performed well.
Absolutely. So basically, if you have seen Osman Khwaja today, he was not committing on the front foot, right? So basically, it was actually a bit dangerous on these kind of pitches if you are not committing on the front foot, and if you are just allowing the ball to come to you, and some of them turn viciously and you can get plumb in front. But Usman Khwaja had adjusted to this condition beautifully. I think the key to his success on this innings is the singles he took. He was rotating the strike. So basically, someone like Ashwin or Jadeja, he was not facing 4 or 5 deliveries at a stretch of Ashwin and Jadeja. So he was not allowing the bowlers to dictate terms. He was taking singles. He was rotating the strikes, and that Ham. I think that was the key behind his success today.
Absolutely, and I believe in a test match, rotating the strike is so important because that really puts the opposition in pressure. Because
Especially on this
you know
kind of pitches, Gargi, because you know that if you allow the bowler to bowl 4 or 5 balls to you on this kind of pitches, then the bowler gets settled down, right? The bowler settles down. But here, that's the thing Ashman Khwaja was doing. He was not allowing the bowlers to bowl to him.
Right. And what do you have to say about the exhaustion of reviews? I know you said like they were schoolboy mistakes, but
Yeah.
you wouldn't expect that from a world-class team like India.
Absolutely, absolutely. I think Ravindra Jadeja forced Rohit to go for that second one, and that was clearly missing. I mean, some out of the three reviews which India missed, two were like it seemed from the naked eye that's missing wicket. I don't know why Rohit went for, because of the pressure of the bowler, I guess. But I mean, obviously we have paid price for that because Ashwin's one, the one that close one against Labuschagne, if India would have reviewed that, he would have given out. Actually, the luck has also favored Australia in this innings. You have Labuschagne getting bowled to Jadeja early in the innings, but that was a no ball. Then there was a close run out call. Then there's that LBW call. So everything, I think luck has went in, finally gone in favor of the Australians this time.
Yes, and when you talk about Ravindra Jadeja, the no balls, I mean, this is a cause of concern as of now, I believe, because you don't expect that from a spinner, and the gap between the crease and his leg is quite a bit for a spinner. It happened in the past matches also.
Absolutely, absolutely. So it is. You, as a spinner, you can't bowl no ball on this guy. And someone like Jadeja who touches the front line very closely. Uh, So yeah, I think it is now up to the Paras Mamre, who is the bowling coach of this Indian team, and he needs to sit down with Ravindra Jadeja and probably work on this. But and you have seen today, right, that if you bowl a no ball in a match like this, in a close game like this, and you have to pay the price, and that's what India have done. Labuschagne would have been out early in the game, and that probably would have opened the floodgates for India.
True, and that partnership was kind of
Highest for
it was
Australia in this series.
yes, it will prove expensive for India. Well, also I wanted to talk about Ashwin being too full on this pitch.
Yeah.
Did you notice that?
Ashwin was struggling to find the right length on this pitch. Initially, he was too full. It is because he bowled. I think the reason why he bowled too full, especially to Khawaja, because Khawaja was not committing to the front foot. So basically, Ashwin wanted him to play, stretch his leg and come in the front foot. That's why he was bowling a little bit full. But I think overall, Ashwin hasn't found his length on this pitch, the ideal length. Uh, so yeah, I mean, I think Ashwin obviously will be disappointed on to do that. But I think on these kind of pitches, as a spinner, when you know that you are the prime wicket taker, you don't need to try anything else. You just have to bowl the right channel and right length. I think unfortunately Ashwin has tried too many things. If I've seen, he was down the leg side. He was sometimes he was too full, as you have rightly said. So Ashwin, instead of doing that, he probably could have just bowled the channel. But unfortunately, he found his he did not find his right length on the pitch.
Yes, and when we talk about the Indian squad, they've been performing brilliantly for the past 2 to 3 years. There's nothing wrong with the team as of now, except if we talk about, KL Rahul. He hadn't been performing, but they brought in Gill today, and still somehow managed to, fail when we needed it the most. It is a do or die situation for India in this Test series. What do you think the Indian squad needs at this moment?
Look, I think India need more application from their batters, especially from the top order, because their lower middle order has saved them so far in this test match. And today the promotion of Jadeja did not work, and Akshat did not get enough support. So, and when you see that, then obviously India's weakness against quality spin has been exposed yet again. Because in Delhi, at one point, we were like 130 for 7. I can remember in Nagpur, at one point, we were like 240 for 7, something like that. So basically, India's top order, apart from Rohit, hasn't performed in this series. So this Indian team management, this need to look at this, because this is happening on a regular basis. Even in Bangladesh, also in the second test in Dhaka, also Indian top order struggled. So I think it is high time for the Indian batters to show some character, so some more application in the second innings if they have any chance of putting Australia under pressure in their run chase.
Right. And Sandeepan sir, what are your expectations for tomorrow? Or
My
predictions also?
expectations, I think the pitch will be at its best tomorrow for batting, because अभी रोलिंग होगा थोड़ा सा, मॉर्निंग में भी थोड़ा सा रोल होगा, तो पिच थोड़ा सा सेटल डाउन हो जाएगा, बैटिंग के लिए बेस्ट होगा. तो I if you want me, that what I want India to take those first 6 wickets. Do not leak enough much runs. Take those six wickets and put up a solid batting performance in the second. We have seen just in New Zealand that teams can, in the first innings, a team can come back after a low score in the first innings. I think India need to take a leaf out of New Zealand's book.
Yes. And before we go, I'd like to, read out a comment that we have. Uh, Ashutosh has seemingly, expressed his frustration with the batting order. He has said, "Why are people blaming the pitch to hide that Indian batsmen cannot play spin?" What do you have to say about that, sir?
Absolutely. Look at the way Khwaja and Labuschagne played on that pitch. They were also playing on the same pitch against a better bowling attack, better spin attack. It is all about respecting the conditions. I think we haven't respected the condition enough. Like Rohit Sharma, the way Rohit Sharma got out, he should, like, he tried to attack the spinner right. Probably not. Probably too early, as for me. Some of the Indian batters were playing down the wrong line. So yeah, I completely agree with our viewer that some of our top order batsmen has struggled against spin, and this is not just in only this series. It has been happening for a while now.
Yes. And there's another comment from Ravi Shankar 1803. He's saying, "Is Indian team more dependent on Rohit Sharma's batting?"
Yeah, well, top order you can say so, but yeah, I think in this series our middle order and lower order has bailed us out on multiple occasions. But yeah, I mean, these players, they have played cricket or throughout their life on these kind of pitches. The Kohlis, the Shreyas Iyers, the Pujaras. So I don't know. I think they need to show that experience on the field in a current series like this. They have to put up a better performance. I think hasn't. I think there hasn't been enough application, as you have rightly said. Apart from Rohit, the way Rohit has played in Nagpur and in Delhi, maybe I haven't seen enough application because Virat was looking good today. But again, when you see on a pitch like this, you are never settled.
True. And when we talk about Virat Kohli, something that I observed today is that he was taking a lot of body blows. And it was clear that even if he was reaching towards the ball, the Australian bowlers were pitching so far away from the batsman that even if you tried to, even if someone like Virat Kohli was trying to get to the ball, he could not. And
Yeah.
ultimately, it was coming and the wicket was coming. We could see it. As far as Rohit Sharma, he's a brilliant batter. We saw in the past matches where he had that century. Every other batsman struggled, but Rohit Sharma was the one that made it look so easy. Like you couldn't even believe that he was batting on a pitch like that.
Yeah, I mean the way he started after that first over when he got when he nicked twice, but the Australians did not review. But apart from that, the way he was playing the new ball, he was going after the bowlers. Even Subman Gill played some crispy drives. So it seemed like it seemed like Indian team were like maybe off to a good start, but then again the spinners turned the tide for the Australians. But yeah, I mean Rohit as a batter, I think he has played exceptionally well so far in this series. Apart from the shot he played today, because if you have seen in Nagpur, in Delhi, he has showed a lot of application. Like when the ball was turning and all in Nagpur on day two, he did not play any rash shot. He was playing everything on V, respected the condition and got the runs. I think probably I would have liked Rohit to do the same today also.
Right. And did you think Mitchell Stark had some contribution to the crumble? Did he put a lot of pressure on the opposition? Is that why, the spinners could come in and take the wickets?
Not really, Gargi. Not really, because I haven't seen anything alarming from the Pacers. From on the, I know that Mitchell Stark got Rohit out twice in the first over, but obviously Australians did not review. But still, I feel that when the Pacers were bowling, ball was coming onto the bat. Players they played their shots. So I don't think that there was anything alarming when the Indian batters faced Mitchell Stark or Cameron Green.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, Sandeepan sir. It was a pleasure as always. For everyone that's watching, stay tuned in, like, share, and subscribe to One.
Thank you.
Thank you.